My parents never told me where I'm from. "You're Italian," they would say. But I didn't look Italian. I'm tall, pale, and blonde. When I went to Italy, it was with a purpose. Looking at an old birth certificate of my great-grandmother's, I found a city name, Carpaccio, Italy. A city so small in the northeast of Italy that Google Street View hadn't even bothered to drive through it. I traveled to Italy with a picture of my grandfather tucked in my notebook. I didn't know what I would find there. It was raining, and I remember nervously fiddling with the wallet-sized photo of me and my grandfather, a man I barely remember, who died before I could ever ask him the important questions I wished I knew. I passed the crooked road sign in the middle of a cornfield that read Carpaccio, Comune di Dignano, and I found myself in a tiny city with only one main road. When I stopped at the local grocery store, I realized the only road in Carpaccio was named Via Orlando. I was home. The people in that store had never met anyone from America. I noticed that everyone in the store was tall, pale, and blonde. For the first time in my life, I did not feel out of place. I did not feel like I needed to defend my heritage. They believed me. It was decided that I must be related to Dario Orlando down the street. We all walked down the road in the rain. A parade of townspeople following the American. I have never done something this brave. I reached Dario's gate, rang the bell, and patiently waited. When the door opened, I looked down and saw a tiny, bald man whose face I had seen 1,000,000 times before. I was overwhelmed. Standing in that doorway was the spitting image of my grandfather, whose photo I carried with me throughout my travels abroad. We stood together in silence, carefully absorbing one another, while his wife busily phoned every living relative and writing out crude family trees. I quietly pulled out my old worn photo. I handed it to Dario and pointed to my grandfather, saying nonno, or grandfather in Italian. He looked at the photo as tears filled his eyes. We were connected. I left shortly after, but not before Dario gave me a long hug and 2 kisses on the cheek. I discovered later that Dario Orlando was not related to me, but the connection was still there. I felt at home, and I felt like I belonged. Visiting Dario was the piece my life was missing. It was the key to my identity. I no longer doubt where I come from.